Let me show you the actual intro for the game, which did not play properly. This is a 14-minute intro. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. I'm gonna go get something to drink, some more water, stuff like that. So, guys, check this out. This is the official intro for the game, and it did not play the first time I played it. And I don't think it'll play the second time I played it either. I'm not sure how to get it to play. Yes, I know. I'm just bad at reading and typing on my phone. That's all right, man. Nublar, how you doing, dude? Yeah, that was pretty bad flickering on the game. It's this mod's a little buggy. I guess there are some fixes out there, but Navarro and I are still working on it. So anyway, this is the official intro to the game. Check it out. I will be right back.
The atomic age was born. There is no denying that since that moment, the shadow of the atom bomb has been across all our lives. All men of goodwill earnestly hope that a realistic control of atomic weapons can and will be achieved. Meanwhile, good sense requires that all of us prepare for any eventuality. But wisdom demands, too, that we take time to understand this force. Because here, in fact, is the answer to a dream as old as man himself. A giant of limitless power at man's command. And where was it science found that giant? In the atom, a particle so infinitely small that it takes over 100 billion atoms to make up the head of a pin. Just as other millions and quadrillions of atoms are the tiny building blocks which make up everything in the world. Ships, and shoes, and sealing wax, and cabbages and kings. Although no one has ever seen an atom, scientists have learned a great deal about how they behave, and there are widely accepted theories as to what they're like. Let's start by meeting a leading authority on the subject, Dr. Atom. Now, observing the professor himself, we can see that his structure resembles, in many ways, something almost as vast as the atom is small. The solar system. And there are certain similarities. Here is the center with electrons in surrounding orbits. But whereas the planet's movement of electrons is slightly different, there are other differences too. Hey, hold it! Thank you. Now, the solar system together is electrical. The electrons, which are negative, are attracted by the protons, which are positive, and vice versa. But here in the nucleus are other particles with no electrical charge, called neutrons. Very important characters, too, as we shall see. And equally important when it comes to atomic energy is what scientists call the atom's binding force. It's a kind of cosmic glue holding the nucleus together. This, then, is a single atom, but certainly not all atoms are alike. There are, in nature, more than 90 basic elements, which is science's term for families of atoms. To scientists, the atoms of the individual atom families, or elements, are identified by number. That is, the number of protons, or positive charges, in their nucleus. And they vary all the way from hydrogen, which has just 1 proton, to oxygen with 8 protons, to gold, he's rich with 79, finally on to the heaviest of all natural elements, uranium with 92 protons. Now, within each element, or family of atoms, there can be different members, each one having the same number of protons, but differing in the number of neutrons. The total of an atom's protons and neutrons is its atomic weight. Thus, in natural uranium, we have U-234, U-235, and U-238. These different members of the same element or atom family, science calls isotopes. Some elements, tin for instance, have a great many isotopes. Others, like aluminum, are lone wolves with just 1. Now, most atoms of most elements are content with their lot in life. We speak of them as being stable, but others are busy day and night, being what science calls radioactive. Like radium, throwing off powerful rays along with some of its neutrons and protons, until it actually alters its own nuclear structure and changes to another family, and then to another, until it does become stable at last. This spontaneous changing of elements is called natural transmutation. Its discovery gave men of science an idea. If an atom could change itself, why couldn't man change an atom? Using as bullets the very particles which radium threw off, a noted British scientist bombarded nitrogen and converted it to oxygen. In terms of individual atoms, this is what happened. The radium nucleus threw off an alpha particle consisting of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. One of the protons was absorbed into the nitrogen nucleus, turning it to oxygen. This was artificial transmutation, man changing the elements. From that first experiment, others by the thousands followed.
Wow, 14 minutes of this? I know. When did the bombs drop is right. I think they did just find it. That's like, God, man, it's only 6 minutes into it.
All scientifically important, but hardly world-shaking. Then, in 1939, some scientists were experimenting
Why is this the
with
intro?
transmutation of uranium. What would happen, they wondered?
I guess it's public domain.
A neutron
Alchemy, yes.
already the heaviest in nature. Why not?
All right, cool.
try? So they tried. And the result? Nuclear fission. Instead of a minor change, the atom split in 2. Truly a discovery to change the world. For what had happened when the uranium atom split was a kind of double miracle of science. Half of the miracle concerned that binding force we spoke of before, that kind of cosmic glue which holds the atom's nucleus together. We still don't know all about that binding force yet, but we do know it is equivalent to mass. Therefore, we may speak of it as having a kind of weight of its own. Now, the 2 atoms into which a uranium atom splits also have binding force. But for some reason, it takes less of that glue to hold them together, and in the process of fission, a tiny fraction is left over. What happens to it? It explodes as energy, proving Einstein's theory that mass and energy are really the same. But we spoke of a double miracle. To understand the second one, let's slow down that fission 1 million or so times. A single particle starts
Basic
the
quantum
reaction,
mechanics here.
splitting the uranium atom. Here now is the release of energy as heat and blast. Here are powerful rays being given off, similar to X-rays. But here are free neutrons.
I guess this is more
driven out
nuclear
with
physics than it
tremendous
is quantum
speed.
mechanics, though.
And provided there is sufficient U-235 present, what science calls a critical mass, those neutrons bombard other uranium atoms, causing them to split and split still others. The result? A chain reaction. Over 1 million billion atoms exploding within 2 seconds. And the force? It would take Yankee Stadium full of dynamite to equal the energy released in the complete fission of an amount of U-235 the size of a baseball. With this discovery, at the time the free world faced a war for survival, it was little wonder the
And
first thought was a
cosmetology, I
weapon.
suppose. Well,
But how to obtain
cosmetology
the
from
material
1925
for
or
a
whenever
single
this was
bomb?
made.
Only a small fraction of natural uranium is the U-235 isotope, which will fission in a chain reaction. And to separate enough U-235 quickly enough seemed all but impossible.
How much
But
longer
the
do we have?
impossible became
Should I fast
possible
forward through this? We got
as
another 5
industry,
minutes.
Labor, science, and the
5.5
military
minutes.
combined their efforts to build Oak Ridge, where enough U-235 was separated to build the first atomic bomb. At Hanford, Washington,
I mean, it's
another
kind of cool,
impossible
but I wish they'd
project
done
grew
at least some
when
editing
a
to it to
huge
make it,
plant
you know,
was built
unique.
for the mass production of the artificial element
Watch and learn, all right.
plutonium. This process involves what may be called the furnace of atomic energy, the reactor pile. Here is a structure or pile of graphite blocks. In the reactor are placed rods of natural uranium containing both U-235 and U-238. As U-235 begins to fission, the graphite slows down the free neutrons and
You know what this should have been?
U-235 atoms, keeping the chain.
This should have been a holodisc.
But others of those slowed down neutrons.
Like, this should have been like a lesson on your Pip-Boy or something like that.
And here's what happens. Remember, we said that U-238 wouldn't support a chain reaction. However, it will capture neutrons from U-235 fission and start a process which converts the U-238.
Yeah, that's a good question. Why isn't Rob Perlman narrating? Absolutely.
Plutonium. And plutonium will fission in chain reaction. Thus, the reactor itself is a source of atomic fuel. Besides producing plutonium, the nuclear reactor makes possible two very important peacetime uses of atomic energy. Remember that the chain reaction process in the reactor creates tremendous heat, which scientists have learned how to control. Thus, a reactor may be substituted in many industrial applications where heat is now provided by coal or petroleum. But such uses in the foreseeable future are limited. For one thing, a reactor pile must be shielded to protect the workers around it from dangerous radiation, and this shielding adds tremendous weight. However, an atomic energy power plant has already proved feasible. The future supplying of electric power to entire cities is far from impossible, while nuclear power in locomotives, submarines, ships, and even very large airplanes may all but revolutionize future transportation on land, sea, and air. But perhaps the most valuable...
I don't think the airplane one's going to happen anytime soon.
Radioactive isotope.
Probably not the ship one. No, I take that back because there are nuclear-powered submarines.
Became so when placed in a nuclear reactor. And these isotopes, working as tracers with such measuring devices as a Geiger counter, became invisible detectives, aiding the cause of science in many different fields.
Really?
In agriculture, isotopes are now used to test such things as the effect of fertilizers on plant growth and the proper timing for their use, helping to assure bigger and better yields from tomorrow's farms.
While you irradiate your crops, okay.
Isotopes have found literally hundreds of new uses, such as the automatic thickness control of sheet aluminum, saving hundreds of man-hours of labor and assuring accuracy never before possible. In the fields of medicine and biochemistry, isotopes are performing near miracles of diagnosis and discovery. With radioactive sodium, doctors are solving more of the seeming mysteries of heart disease and circulatory disturbances.
Planes, Trains, Automobiles, Steve Martin, John Candy calling it out, maybe.
And greatly simplify operations for their
Power of the Southern Palm of my hand.
Iodine 131 finds one of the many uses in revealing conditions of the thyroid, and there are many more.
Atomic farms, think of the future. Here, check this out though. Like this is retro futuristic here. This is what Bethesda does not get when they make Fallout. This is what they thought the future was going to look like, you know, in the 1920s. This is retro futurism.
Such fields as chemistry, metallurgy,
or whenever this came out.
And biology. Truly the superpower which man has released from within the atom's heart is not one, but many giants. One is the warrior, the destroyer. Another is the engineer, seeking to provide vast quantities of energy to run the world's machines. Another is the farmer, helping to better feed tomorrow's world. Still another is the healer, helping to diagnose and cure the sick. And the last is the research worker.
This is Fallout. Yes, it's true.
In the fields of pure science to reveal more of the mysteries of the universe. But all are within man's power, subject to his command. On On man's wisdom, on his firmness in the use of that power, depends now the future of his children and his children's children in the new world of the atomic age.
Come on, you could have at least like had a CG blowing up the Earth or something like that. Or like, you know, a Death Star thing. Come on, man, something. I assume that was in the public domain. It might not have been, but given the age, it's probably in the public domain. Man, that was interesting. Interesting for an intro sequence. Not gonna pretend like it was the greatest intro sequence out there, though. Some kind of editing would really have helped. All right. Should I restart the mod? Should I do something else? With new game? Yes, restart? Alright, cool, dude. Do that. Now, I noticed I had a whole bunch of dialogue that I didn't see the first time when I created a new character. I'm going to try creating a new character again. I'm going to go searching for that dialogue. There was a lot of really interesting dialogue when I took the ghoul character and I just pressed 1. And I want to go back and read that. So that's a big one right there. But I'm going to try and remake the same character I did. So you can be a super mutant or you can be a ghoul. I don't know. No, so far as I can tell, there hasn't been any different options. Should I test? Should I be a human or a ghoul this time? This is the... Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Here, let me go ahead and grab a link for you. Oh my god, my desktop is a mess right now. I gotta do some stuff here. Here we go. It is this mod right here. AKA... the Fallout Yesterday mod. Which I will have to make a picture incorporating this for my YouTube videos. But yeah, if you want to check it out, there are the instructions. The installation's a little wacky, but basically you unzip their file into a folder, and then you copy the Fallout2.exe of yours into that folder. Then, before you start, because it crashed on me constantly, you go to that folder that you've installed it to, and you find your d.ini, open your edit your d.ini, however you want to do it. Notepad is just fine. Find the graphics setting right here, right underneath the first speed setting, and then change it from a 4, because its default is a 4, to a 5 or a 6, so that you can actually get it to not crash on you. And then you can probably change your graphics settings as you see fit here. I have it windowed mode 1280 by 960 so that I can see it, as you can see where it is on the screen here, so that I can see it see it at 2x scaling and not be terrible on my eyes or anything like that. Like it was 1x scaling was terrible. But I have it set here so that you guys can see it full screen, and I think I might do some more changes with it off stream once I get some time to dig with it. Other than that, I've only had one map in the mod. Is it just me, or does yesterday sound more like a prequel than a sequel? It is, I don't know. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be a remake of Fallout not Fallout, of the Van Buren Project. It's supposed to be a remake of the Van Buren Project with just using the Fallout 2 engine. So play as a mutant? Well, I was playing as a super mutant. Should I do that again? But I could do a super mutant again. Like, oh, Ghoul is also a mutant. Although I guess they're a Ghoul instead of a mutant. Super mutant here. Was it fun though? Mutant or Ghoul with sex appeal? Alright. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I could tell you that, as you can see, even if you switch your race, none of your stats change. So that's you know, that's like that kind of it makes it seem as though your race is purely visual, although perhaps their intent is for the race to affect the dialogue. Let's go ahead and take a female ghoul just for fun. No, here we go, ghoul. Call him Ghoulie with an IE, so that you know it's a girl. Just for the skin, then? Maybe? I'm not sure yet. There are no alternate options for a ghoul, although, real quick, I want to show you there are alternate options for the human characters, and they even have little dialogue things here. And in fact, this one has a completely new uniform, which is kind of interesting and kind of cool, actually. Makes me want to check it out. But it's probably all just skin related. Go for gold? Alright. And I guess I can do different stats. I'll give him 6 strength just to be safe. But I'm gonna take gifted again, of course. Sex appeal? You sure? I could go for. I'll go for sex appeal. I just want to get some verification on it. 7 intelligence and 8 intelligence. Where should I put this last point? No, I got one more point besides that. Wait, what? Let's see. Was I even able to make use of small guns? Yeah, really quick, but I wasn't able to see anything. So let me just go ahead and do small guns, outdoorsman, and speech, I guess. Sure, why not? All right. well, who was it? Who was it who suggested sex appeal? You did, yeah, dude. Okay, let's do sex appeal. All right, cool. Should I put a point into charisma for that, or do I need to worry about that right now? Let's just put it in the luck. We may need the luck. We may really need the luck. All right, Ghoulie the girl. They abducted me. Something happened. Something. I'm gonna actually save this. Ghoulie 1. And we'll be fine. Let's see what we got in here. For some reason, I have a blow-up doll and a shiv, just like I did before. Good morning, number 13. Welcome to U.S. Penitentiary Tibbets, your new home. I wish you no harm, and I presume you have questions for me. Lots of questions. Where am I? What is this place? This is a place where you are shielded from the harms of the outside world, and also a place where you can learn to become a better person. I am a bad person? Mom will be disappointed. Then make Mom proud. Strive to be a perfect U.S. citizen who wants to be remembered as Prisoner 13. Citizen perfect? Me? Yes. Here you can learn about respecting others, respecting your country, your government. Tibbets provides academic work and occupational education opportunities to all inmates who wish or who are required to participate in them. It also provides a full range of recreation, and leisure time activities. And then you got an option of one of these 3. None of them really do anything. I can work here is the only one I don't think I picked them. I can work here. Of course, number 13, the Vault-Tec operation of Tibbets is the largest in the Bureau and includes 3 factories, which I have not seen yet. Though these factories employ over 320 inmates, and last year recorded sales of over $26 million, with profits exceeding $6 million. The profits from all Vault-Tec operations are used to fund salaries, reinvest in new factories, and other expenses in Vault-Tec. So, wow. This is fucked up. Vault-Tec uses prisoner labor. Jesus. Interesting. I wonder which option I should take. Okay, my options are Haha, profit of 26 million, you say? You gotta be kidding me. Or, dollars? Is that something like caps? Or, wow, I'm impressed by the numbers, Director. Quite an operation you've got running here. Wonder which one of these I should pick. Let's go with, quite an operation you got running here. Yes, here you can learn about respecting others, respecting your country, your government. Okay. Tibbetts provides academic work and occupational education. Blah, blah, blah. Wait, I can actually choose the other one. Dollars, is that something like caps? Only Odysseus knows. I just make prisoners feel welcome here. You're useless. Okay, let's get this over with. Where is this Odysseus? I guess that's where it continues on. Because that looks like the other answer just looped back. Odysseus is waiting for you in the interrogation room. Use the elevator east of here. Be sure to press level 4 to reach the security hub or you'll end up in a different cell block. Once you get there, use the southwest elevator. Alright, So I'm not attending any kind of trial. I'm getting out of here over your shattered vacuum tubes. Game over, Director. But that is a tough fight that I have yet to be able to win. So I'll probably attend the trial and prove my innocence is another one. Or yeah, whatever. I'm going to do the... I'll probably attend the trial and prove my innocence. And it just leaves. Alright, whatever. He just kind of runs out here. Can I block him at all? Get in front of him. Get in front of him. Get in front of him! Well. Stop! Who goes there? Identify yourself. It's... I can say it's me, the warden, but... Okay, I'll do that in a second. It's me, Prisoner 13. I'm just stretching my legs. We have an exercise room where you can work out if you want. You are free to use it anytime you want. You can ask him other stuff. Freedom, death to robots. Good, that's all, officer. And then other stuff like that. But if I save it here, real quick, Reguli 1, we can steal this. No, I got smacked by a robot. Let's reload that. If I can get a successful steal, there we go. Nice, save that. Number 13, you're free making friends yet? Why are you scoring on your code? Anyway, there's a little room here. You can use this thing to turn this off. You can't turn it back on, I don't know why. And then you can go through here and it sends you to level 2. I believe this is level 2, either way. You're a prisoner who is free to do as you want here, apparently, yeah. Unlike the rest of them. There is a punching bag here that you can... Your previous training damaged this punching bag that you can use to improve your boxing. And there's 3 of these in the thing so far, as I've seen. But... unarmed 47, let's take a look. I haven't yet figured out how to get it to do that. This is a... badge. A yellow badge with Save a Röntgen words written on it. Makes me wonder if it's a radiation badge. Anyway, so the other place... one of the other places is... what am I? Yeah, I'm on level 3. I think level 2 is the other place. It doesn't matter who I am. I'm a new inmate. I'm only the kitchen. I'm hungry, as always. Use this elevator to reach the security hub on level 4. There, use the southeast elevator to reach the kitchen. Good. Time to see what's on the prison menu today. Ooh, okay, yeah, okay. Okay, so let's double check this. Unarmed is at 47. Here's this. 48. Okay, it goes up by 1 point. Wow, that's tiny. Makes me want to save it. Like for when I need to get it into double digits. Or triple digits, rather. I wouldn't think it's random. Maybe it is, though. And then there's this room that has that same thing, but I can't actually do anything in here. So, I don't know. And then, of course, all the prisoners are here, but you can't talk to them. You get shocked by the energy field. Which I hadn't tried before. But nobody will talk to you. Not even when they're right there. Let's skill science this. Alright, whatever. So that's that's the bulk of this area so far. Like, I haven't figured out how to get in here. Even if I blow up the main area, or blow up the entrance and get to an exit area, this doesn't seem to like allow me to do anything. Oh, here's the third one. 48 to 49. 1 point a P at a time. Yikes. Whatever. And this looks like a healing place, but there's nobody here doing any healing. I got 3 radiation badges. Yay. But I can't get healing. I can't get doctoring or healing. So let me show you something real quick. My perception is 6. If I go talk to this guy and I say, it says stop. Who goes there? Identify yourself. And I say, it's me, the warden. I've come down to do the inspection of the cell block. The police bot scans you several times and produces a very bright white flash. Your eyesight worsens and it feels like you should visit a doctor. What the? And now my perception is 1 because now I have eye damage. So as far as I can tell, there's no way to actually make good use of your perception if you do something silly like that, which is what I had done. However, that's not a huge deal so far in the game as I played. It's just that there's nothing to do. It just sucks to lose eyesight. Yeah, I damaged my eyes. Those lightsaber things, looking things aside every door, are they just lights? Yeah, as far as I can tell. They're just wall lights. Nothing out of the ordinary. Loading eyebot, wall light. Yeah. Ah, it's just a corner. Alright. Statue. This is a lot of noise. Oh wait, I need to go down to this one. Ah, goodness. The resolution is just so awkward. It gets frustrating. Okay. So there's totally an entire dialogue here. Let me drink some water first. Suddenly, a sound cracks through the monitor speakers. Initiating synchronization, rebooting level 2 security system. Review status of all onboard prisoners. Reformatting procedure engaged. Rebuilding logic firewall, arrow type 280 and security wall 230. Rebuilding level 1 external security wall. Warning, abnormality on the thought line. The TH07 line, which I think is how I read it last time. But this is what I didn't catch that actually. Earlier in the day, I think it was it Navarro or Step? One of the two said something about thought, and and I guess this is what they were referring to. I didn't catch it. I didn't realize that's what they were referring to. That is what they were saying though. That they quoted the thought line. Anyway, that's good. That is good. Are you Odysseus, the warden of Tibbets? There is no eye. The feet is split, twinned, arranged for an eye check. Check. Which one of you two is talking to me? No, I don't know how it's supposed to sound. There is no us, only I. I recorded feeds of both cult leaders in the years of our Lord 2162 and 2242. I am not part of the network. I am the network. I assume by 2242 that he's referring to the master. I could be wrong. I don't know what the 2162 one is. Do you guys have you got your lore caps on? Do you know what the 2162 one is? You're not making any sense now. Oh boy. Arrange for a head check. Check. Well, then also arrange for the trial shall commence now. Tibbet's prisoner number 13 of Cellblock 13. Do you admit to the acts of terrorism against the government of the United States of America? The United States of what? What? United States of what? Those are Fallout 1 and 2. Oh, Fallout 1 is... Wait, I thought the master was 2242. What's the 2242 one? President... Oh, I see. Is this supposed to be the master then? This is President Dick Richardson. Who is this? Oh, wait, this is supposed to be Morpheus, isn't it? Not the master. That's supposed to be Morpheus and President Dick Richardson. All right. I never placed Morpheus as like the important person in that. Like, I always thought he was just a figurehead, and the master was doing all the masterminding. I guess I could. I don't know. Interesting. That's an interesting interpretation for it. Anyway, what did I ask? I asked, the United States of what? Do not reply with questions. The court is not on trial here. Do you admit conspiring with the Chinese Communist government in order to weaken and harm the defense perimeter set up by the central... I'm reading it like a robot again. Not like I was reading it earlier. Do not reply with questions. That's more like it. The court is not on trial here. Do you admit conspiring with the Chinese Communist government in order to weaken and harm the defense perimeter set up by the Central Intelligence Agency? I'm innocent. This trial is a farce. Undo, monotone. I've been reading a monotone. I don't know, whatever. All rise. Department 1 of the Superior Court is now in session. Judge Odysseus presiding. Please be seated. Clear. I don't know what that means. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Calling the case of the people of the state of Arizona versus Ghoulie. Are both sides ready? Hasty. Ready for the people, Your Honor. Young. Ready for the defense, Your Honor. Are they supposed to be doing different voices here? Why? Clear. Will the clerk please swear in the jury? Monotone. Will the jury please stand and raise your right hand? Do each of you swear that you will fairly try the case before this court and that you'll return a true verdict according to the evidence and the instructions of the court? So help you God, please say, I do. I do? Clear. I do. Monotone. You may be seated. Okay. Bit of a headache, but Fallout 1 starts December 2161 and Fallout 2 starts late 2241. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. I mean, once you said that, I realized that I was misinterpreting what was on the screens. I just assumed I could see President Richardson, but I was like, I didn't really think much of it. I thought, I don't know, I didn't know what I was thinking. I just assumed that one of them was reference to the master as a cult leader, but I was like, I can't place President Richardson as the head of a cult leader either. He's just like an idiot who ended up being in charge. You know, it's not like they voted him into office; it was inherited. So I don't know. I think the computer is kind of an idiot in this regard. But anyway, maybe it's written that way intentionally. Maybe the computer is supposed to be an idiot. Hasty, Your Honor, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the defendant has been charged with the crime of driving or taking a car belonging to the Central Intelligence Agency without the permission of the owner. The evidence will show that a 2076 Corvette was stolen on the night of February 8th, 2253. The next day, the defendant was arrested driving the stolen car. The defendant's fingerprints were on the keys used to steal the car. The evidence I present will prove to you that the defendant is guilty as charged. Okay, it would be nice if picking some of the other options I picked allowed me to get this information, actually. So, I think if you're making a mod, maybe I'll just somehow get this information to the character, even if they choose the other dialogue options. Unless they just choose I'm going to break the thing. Something like that, you know? I'm going to fight. No, that one maybe, but like there were like 3 other dialogue options, so whatever. Anyway. To prove to you that the defendant is guilty as charged. Young. Your Honor and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, under the law, my client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. During this trial, you will hear no real evidence against my client. You will come to know the truth that Ghoulie was just riding in a car stolen by someone else. After finding out that the car was stolen, Ghoulie was just trying to do the right thing by returning the car to its owner. Therefore, my client is not guilty. Clear. The prosecution may call its first witness. Hasty. The people call the mechanic of the car. Monotone. Please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Shy. I do. What the hell? I'm going to start giving these people different voices. Monotone. Please state your name, your first and last name. Shy. Alan Martinez. Monotone. You may be seated. Soothing. Please spell your last name again for the press record. Why is everybody's all capitalized? Shy. Martinez. Martinez. Hasty. Alan, where do you work? Shy. I own Martinez Proton car sales. We do maintenance for the government too. Can we speed this up? Can we speed this up? I won't live forever. God, this is actually pretty long. Getting it from a different point of view. That's true, but I got none of this info. When I picked, what did I pick? I picked a different line. I think I picked that I was innocent or something like that. No, not innocent. I think I picked that I didn't know, I didn't recognize this court as a legal court or something like that. But there was no fight option. And then they just told me I was guilty, and then that was the end. You know, like they didn't even tell me what I was guilty of. So like that was the last option that I picked. So like that information could have still been provided in there somehow. When they tell you what you're guilty of, you know, something like that. But they didn't. They didn't tell me what I was guilty of. Anyway, merging personas done. Hasty. What is the address of your business? Shy. 102 Main Street, Casa Grande. Hasty. Were you working there on February 8th? Shy. Yes, I was. Hasty. Was one of the cars you had there a 2076 red Corvette license number 2GAZ058? Shy. Yes. Yes. Hasty. Did you see the car on the lot on February 8th? Shy. Yes, the car was there when we closed that night. Hasty. Did you see the car again on February 9th? Shy. No, it was missing when I got to work that morning. Hasty. Where were the keys to the Corvette when you left on February 8th? Shy. They were locked in the sales office. Hasty. Where were the keys in the car when you came back the next morning? Shy. They were still locked in the sales office. Hasty. Did you file a stolen car report with the police? Shy. Yes, I did. Yeah, okay. She's Hasty. Had you given anyone, including the defendant, permission to take or drive the Corvette? Shy. No, I did not. Hasty. Thank you. I have no further questions. Clear. Does the defense have any questions? Young. Not at this time, Your Honor. Clear. The witness is excused. The prosecution may call the next witness. Hasty. The people call the arresting officer. Monotone. Please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Resolute. I do. Monotone. Please state your name, your first and last name. Resolute. Michael Perry. Monotone. You may be seated. Hasty. Officer, where do you work? Resolute. I have worked for the Arizona Highway. I'm going to give him a freaking southern accent. I've worked for the Arizona Highway, just to make it easy, patrol for the past 10 years. Hasty. Were you on duty on the afternoon of February 9th? Resolute. Yes, I was patrolling the freeway between Casa Grande and Eloy. Hasty. Did you observe a red 20... Did you observe... God dang it, don't get this mixed up. Did you observe a red 2076 Corvette that afternoon? Yes, I did. What was the license number? 2GAZ058. Where did you first see the car? Going north, towards Phoenix. Why did you notice the car? It fit the description of a car which was on our list of stolen vehicles. Did you stop the Corvette? Yes, I turned on my lights and sirens, spinned my V12 and pulled the car over. Spinned my V12. I'm not sure I don't know what that means. Okay, whatever. Where did you stop the car? About a half mile before the downtown Casa Grande. What did you do after the car stopped? I ordered the driver to step out and arrested the driver. Do you see the driver here in court? Yes, the record will show that the witness has identified the defendant sitting at the... God damn it. Okay, I think this is mixed up, but Resolute does say, yes, the record will show that the witness has identified the defendant sitting at the defense table. So there's a mix. There's something here. It's supposed to be yes, and then comma, not a comma, but and then hasty or the res or monotone or something like that. So okay. Anyway, whatever. That's just a typo. Hasty. After you arrested the defendant, did you search the car? Resolute. Yes. Hasty. What did you find? I found a set of keys in the ignition and a Chinese Communist manifesto. Are these the keys you found? Is this the manifesto you found? Really, a Chinese Communist manifesto. All right. Yes and yes. Your Honor, I would like to have these keys in the manifesto marked as People's Exhibit number 1 and 2 and ask that they be admitted into evidence. Clear. Does the defense have any objection? Young, I don't remember what this is. No, Your Honor. Clear. The keys will be admitted as People's Exhibit number 1. Hasty. Officer, was there anything unusual about these items? Resolute. Yes, based on my experience as a highway patrol officer, they look like shaved master keys. But the manifesto looked as if it was an original. Hasty. Can you please tell the jury what shaved master keys are? Resolute. Yeah, they are keys that have been filed down so that they will start all models of a type of car. Not how it works, but alright, dude. They are used as tools to steal cars. But I guess that's how it works in 2077. Continue. I have no further questions. Clear. Does your defense ask... Does the defense wish to ask any questions? Okay, the defense is Young. Yes, Your Honor. Young. Officer, when you pulled the car over, you ordered my client to turn off the ignition, didn't you? Yes, I did. So you saw the defendant touch the keys? Yes. Do you know how far Martinez Proton Car Sales is from the downtown Casa Grande freeway exit? Yes, it's about half a mile from there. Thank you. I have no further questions. Oh, fucking... Okay. Continue. Whew, this is a bit of reading here, guys. How long is this early mod? Other than the dialogue for what I'm reading right now, it's actually not that long. I'll as soon as I get out of it, I'll show you the rest of it. MTG Dave Smith, nice to meet you, dude. Thanks for coming and saying hi. Yeah, there's just a lot of this section is really long. The witness is excused. Does the prosecution have any other witnesses? Yes, Your Honor. The people call fingerprint examiner. Please stand. Monotone. Please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case now before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. There's a distant. Distant is the name. I do. I don't know. I do. Monotone. Please state your first and last name. Jorge. Oh, I'm gonna go with Jorge. Jorge Shikali. No, that can't be right. I don't know. Okay. That's just like Jorge. Jorge Hikali? I don't know. You may be seated. Jorge, where do you work? I'm employed by the Yavapai County Sheriff's Department. I have been a qualified fingerprint examiner for 10 years. Have you ever seen these keys before? Yes, I have. I was asked to check them for fingerprints at my lab. Did you find any fingerprints on the keys as a result of your testing? Yes, there were several clear print impressions. Were you able to identify the defendant's prints on the keys? Yes. Yes, the prints I found on two of the keys were identical in the fingerprints taken from the defendant. To the fingerprints taken from the defendant. Thank you. I have no further questions and no other witnesses. Your Honor. Uh, Clear. Does the defense have any questions? Young. Yes, Your Honor. Jorge, as a matter of fact, you also found fingerprints on the keys which did not belong to the defendant, didn't you? Distant. That is correct. Oh, God, I don't know what accent I'm giving him. Anyway, Young, to whom do they belong? Distant. I don't know. Thank you. I have no further questions. Clear. The witness is excused. Your Honor, the people rest their case. Clear. Is the defense ready with its case? Young. Yes, Your Honor. I call the defendant. Clear. Under the Bill of Rights, a person who is accused of crime cannot be forced to testify at their own criminal trial. I'll testify. Monotone. Please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case now before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. I do. Please state your name. Ghoulie. Finally, I actually get some interaction here. Maybe I get some interaction. I'm not actually giving any choices, but to press the first highlight choice. Anyway. Monotone. You may be seated. Soothing. Please spell your last name for the press record. Young. Later, madam. Now, Ghoulie. Now, Ghoulie. Where were you on the afternoon of the February 9th? I was at the 7-Eleven gun store and I was just about to pick up this punk buster. Gun store. Pick up this punk buster? Young. Did you see a 2076 red Corvette at that location? Yes, a guy pulled into the parking lot driving it. Did you talk to the driver? PC? Oh, player character. That's supposed to be my name. Yes, I asked him how fast it was and if it has a safety cage for dogs. What did he say? He said to get in the car and he would... What did he say? He said to get in the car and he would show me. What did you do then? Hey, Plasmatic, I am trying to get through this dialogue for this mod. Wow, it's so long. I got in the car and drove onto the freeway going south. He was driving really fast. Did you know what the driver's name was? Yes, he told me his name was Rick. What was his last name? I don't know. He never told me. Had you ever met him before? No. Did he tell you where he got the car? He said he had stolen the car. When did he tell you that? When we were on the freeway. How far did you ride with him? To the next town. He didn't stop before then. What happened when you reached this town? He said he was getting out and I could have the car. Did you take the car at that time? Yes. Where did you go? I started to drive back so I could return the car. How did you know where to return it? Where to return it? Rick told me he took it from a car lot in Casa Grande. Where were you when the officer arrested you? On the freeway just before the exit to downtown Casa Grande. Wow, this is long. This is driving me crazy. I thought at the beginning of the game it was supposed to start with a train crash and you had amnesia. I kind of thought there was supposed to be amnesia here too. I don't know what's going on with this. I seem to recall you were supposed to start with amnesia. Whether or not there was a train crash, I don't know, but you were supposed to not remember who you were. Which, of course, they took and borrowed that and put it right into New Vegas. But anyway. Do these keys belong to you? No. Have you ever seen them before? Yes, they were in the Corvette. Did you touch them? Yes, when I turned the car off after the officer stopped me. Thank you, Ghoulie. I have no further questions and no other witnesses. Your Honor. Clear. Does the prosecution have any questions? Hasty. Yes, Your Honor. Ghoulie, what did this Rick look like? I don't remember exactly. He had dark hair. What kind of clothes was he wearing? I'm not sure. Jeans, I think, and a t-shirt. So you just got into this car with someone that you didn't know and had never even seen before? Yes, I had never been in a Corvette before. Did it occur to you at any time to notify the local police? Sure, but there wasn't a radio where we stopped, and I don't have my own. Once I started back, I just kept driving. You wanted to drive the Corvette because it was a fast car, didn't you? I guess so. You knew the car was stolen at the time you were driving it, didn't you? Yes. Thank you. I have no further questions. Clear. The witness is excused. Does the defense rest? Young. Yes, Your Honor. Clear. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm now going to read to you the law that you must follow in deciding the case. To prove the crime charged against the defendant, the prosecution must prove three things to you. First, that the defendant drove or took a car belonging to someone else. Second, that the owner did not give the defendant permission to drive or take the car. And third, that the defendant intended to take away the owner's right to have the car, either permanently or temporarily. If each of you believes that the prosecution proved all three of these things beyond a reasonable doubt, then you should find the defendant guilty. This is actually false. This is actually not how the justice system is supposed to work. Just so you guys know, as a side, there is such a thing. There's something called God dang it, the heck's the name of it? I didn't think I'd go into a stupid legal system here. I just wanted to let you guys know that there's something called jury independence. And if you don't know what it is, you guys should Google it and kind of educate yourself on what you should be, not what you should be, but what you as a juror would do. Because I've had jury duty a couple times in my life, and I've found that it is really useful to educate yourself on what your rights as a jury are, because there are really terrible judges out there. There are good judges too, but there are really terrible judges out there, and they will intentionally lie to you about the law. And that is what this judge right here is telling you. This is doing right here. He's in the U.S. legal system. I'm sorry. In the U.S. legal system, this is the case. I can't guarantee the rest of the world is like that, but in the U.S., it's the case that look up jury nullification and jury independence. Those are very important things for you to know as a U.S. citizen who has to go to the jury. Anyway, so this is the claim. The jury, of course, because it's a robot jury, will find me guilty. Continue. Clear. But if you believe the prosecution did not prove any one of these things beyond a reasonable doubt, then you must find the defendant not guilty. Proof beyond a reasonable doubt does not mean beyond all possible doubt. It means that you must consider all of the evidence and that you are very sure that the charge is true. Clear. Are you ready with final arguments? Hasty. Yes, Your Honor. Young. Yes, Your Honor. Hasty. Your Honor, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the judge has told you that we must prove three things. There is absolutely no question about the first two things we must prove. First, the defendant was arrested driving a car belonging to the owner of Martinez Car Sales. Second, the owner testified that no one, including the defendant, had permission to drive or take the Corvette. Guilty. Can you find the clip of the Superman? Can you find a Superman clip where they're going guilty? Can you find that for me, please? Drop it. I want to play that when we get to that part. The owner testified that no one, including the defendant, had permission to drive or take the Corvette. Hasty. Therefore, all we have to prove is that the defendant drove the car and intended to keep it away from the owner for at least a little while. The defendant admitted wanting to drive the Corvette because it was fast. The defendant knew the car was stolen and says that the defendant even thought about notifying the police before driving it. That's worded incorrectly, but all right. But the defendant didn't even try to walk to a telephone instead of driving the car, and didn't even try to stop anywhere between Eloy and Casagrande to call the police. That shows that the defendant intended to keep the car for at least a little while. According to what the judge just told you, that is all we have to prove. Based on the evidence, you must find the defendant guilty. Your Honor, from Young. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Gouli was unlucky to get into a car with a man who had stolen that car. The defendant got into the car because the defendant had never been in a Corvette before. My client's fingerprints were found on the keys because the defendant had to touch them when the officer pulled the car over. But the prosecution's own expert told you that other fingerprints were found on these keys that could not be identified. I suggest to you that they belong to the real thief, Rick. But I thought you couldn't identify them. Who is Rick? Gouli is an honest person and was only trying to return the car to its owner. If the defendant had meant to keep the car, why would the defendant drive it back to Casa Grande? Remember that under the law, my client is presumed to be innocent. The prosecution must prove every part of its case beyond a reasonable doubt? ? That means that you must be very sure. I don't know why there's a question mark in here. One of the things they must prove is that my client intended to keep the car from the owner. My client is the only person who knows what was intended. and testified under oath that the defendant wasn't trying to keep the car from the owner, but was trying to return it. The prosecution has presented no real evidence to you to show that this is not true. That means that there is a reasonable doubt, and therefore you must find the defendant not guilty. Okay. Anyway. Clear. Will the jury for a person please stand? Has the jury reached a unanimous verdict? Funny. Who's funny? Funny. Okay, whatever. Yes. What's so funny? Okay, why? Why is this? Okay. Gosh, man. Dude, seriously. There needs to be some better definition of what's going on here, because I think maybe it's doing a meta commentary on the person's name, unless it's saying the person's name out loud. I don't know, whatever. What's so funny? In which case, you need to indicate it in some way that it's reading the person's name out loud and not a separate person. Okay, it's tough to figure out what he intended to write here. Anyway, what's so funny? Monotone. The jury finds the defendant guilty. Come on. I gotta get that. I gotta find that. Guilty. Come on. I gotta go looking myself. Superman. Guilty. 3-hour television version. What? No, wait. I want the actual guilty scene. Here we go. Wait, no, where is it at? This is not the trial, is it?
This mindless aberration, whose only means of
Hey. Oh, you found it for me. Thank you. It's guilty time. I gotta make this a meme. I gotta make this a meme here.
You have heard the evidence. The decision of the council will now be heard.
And it's okay. Where's it? The jury finds the defendant
guilty. Guilty.
guilty.
The vote.
Guilty. I'm gonna have to make that a meme. That's actually a good one. I hadn't even thought of that one. The original Superman, when superhero movies were awesome. Anyway, well, actually, that's not true. There was only like 2 superhero movies that were awesome at the time. There were a bunch of terrible ones. Marvel sold their shit so cheap back in that day. Anyway, guilty. Clear. Ghoulie. I sentence you to error years of imprisonment. The sentence takes immediate effect. The jury is thanked and excused. Court is adjourned. Anyway, and then I got a whatever random in prison, guilty. Typical. Here I am back in prison again. You know, just like always. All right. Let me try. This is a circus. I don't acknowledge this court's authority or your multiple personality disorder trial. You have major bugs, Warden. Guilty. Can't do anything else to it, though. They won't talk to me anymore. Okay. Back to... Let's actually show off some more of this mod. So that was the longest part of the mod, as far as I could tell. The whole trial. There is nothing else. This is a broken elevator. This is a broken elevator. This is a broken elevator. I assume, and this is a broken elevator, like, and then these ones with the boxes on them, you can't access the boxes, and you can't go anywhere with them either. The elevators don't go anywhere. They just, you stand on them and that's it. You can use the elevator and nothing happens. Up here, this is your starting elevator. Go to the first floor. This is your starting room. Right here. No, not right here. Right here is your starting room. There's nobody to talk to here except this robot that greets you right at the beginning. And then you can't talk to him again after that. This robot will answer some questions for you. And then you can, of course, tell him, "You'll never catch me alive," and then it'll shoot you dead. I'm just like, it's just ridiculous. I don't know why. I don't know why that's an option. But that being said, there's 3 floors of this. The first 2 floors have robots. The 3rd floor does not. And there are a shower with a built-in antiseptic dispenser, but it doesn't work, and I can't heal myself. This is the 4th floor. There are 2, besides this one, there are 2 other places you go up. This is one of them. That's where I came up. That's where I got the guilty sentence. And here's the other one. And actually, here, let me put it back over there. Sorry. And these robots don't talk to you either. There's a kid here. You can talk to him. There's actually a couple funny little interactions here. But let's see. Let me just go and do this. "Hey Sid, I'm Ghoulie. Why aren't you playing with other kids?" "They're boring. Tom always wants to play cops and robbers. I like watching robots. They're more fun." "More fun?" "Yes, Mr. Director sometimes lets me in through the door. There's a big yellow machine inside. Mr. Director is funny. He always raises his arms and yells, 'Boom!' And then I reply with 'Duck and cover.'" And then you can yell, "Boom." "Duck and cover!" That's actually cool. I like that interaction. That's really cute. Anyway. Why don't you play with the other kids? More fun. "A big yellow machine. Can I see it?" "Well, sure, but I have to ask Mr. Director for the key." "Great, Sid. I'll wait for you here." "Here's the key. Now you can do something to the big yellow machine." So I got 2 keys. Okay, cool. Alright, but you can't get a 3rd. Do anything about getting through that door over there? Yeah, big machines can shoot you. Mr. Director doesn't want to give me any more keys. Sorry. Yeah, anyway. I didn't realize you could get 2 keys. That's cool. You unlock the door. And there's stuff to do in here. There's not really anything to do in here. Not yet. There's a computer here, but it suggests it says the computer is locked down. Maybe a more specialized approach would yield more information. And that at first, you'd think that would mean a scientific approach, but it's not. Doesn't mean that, I guess. Or if it does mean that, maybe I need more skill level. In which case, that's a bad design. Because I have 8 intelligence, and that's like I didn't tag science. Maybe that would have helped, but I shouldn't have to tag science to get basic information on how to continue the quest. You gotta talk to this guy. I don't think there's really anybody else to talk to here. Just go through everybody one more time. This robot you can talk to. But you can threaten him, of course, but he won't answer your questions. He won't, all he says is, "I'm sorry, number 32, but I'm only here to serve drinks, mop piss, and vomits. The warden disabled my chatting protocol for reasons I can't disclose." Now, what will it be? And then you can tell him he's useless, my code. Then you can't ask him about anything else. Can you at least tell me why everyone is wearing jumpsuits with the same number? I thought 13 is reserved just for my cell block. And this is some lore that kind of explains. It's kind of silly, but anyway. At least that I can answer. "You see, number 13, almost 200 years ago, around the time of the Great War, our world was a rather chaotic place. Vault took mixed up jumpsuit shipments and shipped mini containers of both 13 and blank jumpsuits to Tibbetts. We were in the middle of sorting it out when the bombs fell, and that's incorrectly spelled was it. But now the warden thinks 13 suits are prisoners well, but those unlucky enough that got themselves locked up." Cool story, bro. I gotta know. The story made me thirsty. Sheesh, the warden seems to thinks the unlucky 13 suits as well. Now I see who installed your sense of humor. Your code will never get higher with such criminal vocabulary. If you don't want something to drink, then it's time to order to bother somebody else. My code, I'm sorry I cannot help you. I don't remember. Okay, something to drink. He'll just open up the barter menu. Maybe there's a reason for that, but let's see. Kid doesn't talk to you. I already talked to these guys. That's locked. Oh, I have 2 of these keys. Let's see if one of them will unlock it. Does nothing. Also does nothing. Alright, whatever. Don't unlock it. This one will open. This guy doesn't talk to you. You can use the sink, I guess? I don't know. Doesn't seem to want to do anything. Can I use the urinal? No. There's a plant in here. And a book in here. The plant's difficult to beat. And I don't have any equipment to do so, so I'm not going to worry about it. Stop fucking with me, plant. I swear. This is a toilet. Okay. As far as I know, this uses a version of the SWAL mod, but for some reason, item highlights are disabled in it. When you first install this mod, you need to change the graphical settings to 5 or 6. Because in the SWAL mod that it comes with it. Because the graphic settings that it comes with crash on boot every single time I start it up. Although maybe you want to test it yourself to make sure that if it does crash, but I wouldn't recommend. I just say change it to 5 or 6 because 4, the default that it starts with is 4 and it just crashes on startup. Yeah, which is frustrating. It took me about an hour or 2 to figure out what that problem was. You can choose different characters, which is cool. Different types of different races between ghoul, super mutant, and human. Human male and female, and actually they have several different models of human male and female of different skin colors. Stuff like that. But there is basically nothing else here except a few things here and there. You learned how to be properly fed by the feeding machine. I guess this is the feeding machine. Yeah, it says feeding machine on it. Yeah, and it does something, and you burp, but I don't see what else it does. It doesn't seem to heal me or anything. I'm still 32 hit points out of 34. Yeah, it doesn't heal me though. That was awful. The only thing on the menu, really. Had worse, can't complain. Okay. I'm gonna poop. I'm gonna pop. Burp. What happens? Do I like? No, I guess it doesn't stop. All right, whatever. I was hoping something weird would happen if I ate too much. There is one other section up here. You shouldn't be fed by a machine. Yeah, I know. It was fucking weird. Here's the haircut area. People are practicing on doll heads, but they don't say anything, or at least they don't talk to me. I didn't even see these guys earlier. There's some things I can open up, but they're all empty. This guy doesn't do anything. I think I can steal from him. And eventually maybe I can plant a bomb on him. There's this. That's empty. And then there's one more over here. This has the time machine. And you can use it. And it's supposed to play a video right here. If you want, let me just show you what the video is supposed to be. But it's buggy, so it doesn't work right. Where is it at? It's over here. Data. Art? Cuts. There we go. So this is the time machine. Oops. AVI. Yeah. And all this is you can see it really obviously once it starts playing. I'm just gonna skip through it. It's a trailer for whatever 1920 1930s time machine. Actually, let me look this up real quick. Which one is this? Time machine IMDb. See what now? What a waste of doll hairs, I know. 1960? Is that what it is? Can I get images? And let's put 1960 in here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same one. Like this, looks like this guy here. Get over. There we go. Yeah, totally. This is a 1960 time machine.
Fourth dimension. You see, we can't.
And it's just a trailer for the 1960 time machine. And in 640 by 480. You can find a higher resolution or higher quality version on YouTube than this. Although I doubt the game would play it if it was higher quality. I think 640 by 480 is the limit. But anyway, one of those oddities of this game. This mod, rather. Close that. There we go. Do you mean to hide it from us? What do you mean? Hide what from you? The time machine? If you want that specific file, you can just download the mod. Comes with the mod. Anyway, that's what that is. It's too bad it doesn't play, because I'd like to actually see these movies play and function, because I wouldn't mind creating my own little silly movies and adding it to a mod. By the way, those of you watching, do any of you have any opinion on the idea of like making, doing some Fallout 2 streams where I learned to make a mod for Fallout 2? Do any of you, what do you guys think of that? Does anybody have an opinion? Because that's like a thing I would really be. I've had a couple people. I've had one person express interest in. Oh, not really more than one though. It didn't show? I'm sorry. I thought it was showing. Okay. Here we go. This is the trailer. Anyway. H.G. Wells, The Time Machine.
Ignore the fourth dimension.
Yeah, so this is the 1960 trailer for the trailer for the 1960 movie.
George, before it destroys you.
Every moment is a year, hurtling through the atomic wars of the future on an incredible excursion into the unknown. What are the people like? Ah, the shape of things to come. It's lovely Yvette Mimieux. And what happens when boy meets girl?
Yeah, anyway.
Creatures with the hip stick.
I haven't actually watched this version. I should pick it up and watch it sometime. Anyway, so that was the holodisc that I just pulled up. That's supposed to be for movie night. And this is, oops. This is the official intro, which is a 14 and almost 14 minute, 40 second thing on the atom and how it works. And it's like, it's got to be some sort of
The heaviest of ions, turning others by the thousand particle transmute more at heart.
It's got to be some sort of public domain video.
Station of an war, but small fraction of natural uranium.
Anyway, so those are the two videos that he put with it. I don't know why. Like he should have at least edited the intro a little bit. But anyway, has to be a placeholder, you think? You see the movie but not the trailer? Oh, okay. It's not a good intro to Fallout, not to this game at all. No, I don't know what's up with that. Whatever. Anyway, Stop. Who goes there? Identify yourself. I can do the warden one and get my eyes flashed again. Doesn't matter who I am. I'm a new inmate on my way to the kitchen. I'm hungry as always. I'm hungry as always. Go back the way you came here. Kitchen is down the corridor to the west. Let's go see what's on the prison menu. Prison menu. like there's any alternative for the prison menu. There's nothing else here. There are a couple things in these boxes, a bunch of noodles. There we go. I don't know if the noodles disappear or not. You can't steal from these robots. It's really silly. I would at least like to be able to plant things on them, even if not steal from them. Where are all the things? Oops. Oh, there's some fruit too. More noodles. Check out all these boxes real quick. Excuse me, I'm the inspector. I'm here to inspect your boxes. Because your boxes... I need to inspect your box. Because your boxes all need inspecting. So that I can take... Like, I found a bad fruit. See that? That's why you inspect your box. See if you can find the bad fruit. Anyway, that one box looks suspicious. Which one? Anyone in specific? I've checked them all out. There's none of them have anything in them. Anyway. And then up here is there's some bad things up here, some slugs right here that I don't know if I could survive a fight against right now. So I'm just gonna try and sneak my way by. There we go. And then there's like this cool looking but ultimately useless hologram projector. Maybe this is useful later if I upgrade this area, because the original plan for the Tibbetts prison was that it was supposed to be a home base and you were supposed to upgrade it as you played the game. In the design documents for the God damn it. What the hell is that thing called? Don't trust the boxes, yeah. Somebody find Rob Code Pip-Boy 2000 you got there. Golly, but these pants are tight. Huh. This is kind of slow these days. Duck and cover and roll too if you catch on fire. Yeah, okay, so there's no actual dialogue to be had here. Anyway. No, what's it called? It's the, Van Buren Project. God, man, I keep forgetting the name. I'll remember it after today, I'm sure. Ah, stupid slugs. I can't handle this, but I'm going to try anyway. No, I'm just going to run away. Now, sadly, I got a bunch of slugs poisoning me as well. I feel doubtful that that these guys will actually engage me. Will actually help me in a fight. And there's issues with this anyway. You could hear the audio cuts out. Let's take it into the barber shop. Because they won't, I bet they won't even sequence in properly. I wonder why it does that. Yeah, they're not going to sequence in. I can't get the barbers to help me. Or the robot over here. Sucks. I think the only way to get that to happen is if... oh, shit. Am I stuck in here? I hope not. No, I'm not. Okay, cool. Is if... Oh, now I'm stuck. No, I'm not. Oh, my goodness. Get out of here. Is if they had some sort of an area of effect attack. Then maybe I could have... get them to throw a grenade and hit somebody else, and then they would have joined, but... really does not seem to be that way here. Either way. Give or take the slugs. Which I'm not sure I'll be able to get by next time I come by here. Give or take the slugs. Come on, guys. So slow. There we go. This is the dining room. There's nothing to do here except eat, and I don't even think eating does anything. And then this is the guy you're supposed to talk to. You just got to MODOK? Nice. Psst, babe, come over here. I have something for you. Yes, well, stop wasting my time and don't touch me with those dirty hands. All right, let me try that again. You have the answer on how to escape this metallic tomb. You tell me, probably in a coffin. So what do you have for me? I work in the factory 2 levels below. Look what I found there. A robotic self-destruct mechanism. Happily trade it with you. What's the price? 1,000 caps, or you call me with some cell room company. Or you help me with some cell room company. Oh yeah, I'll give him the sex doll this time. I have a better idea. How about this almost unused, almost brand new sex doll? She doesn't look like that much used. Alright, whatever. Okay, deal, I guess. And this is the thing they give me. And the cool thing about it is that it doubles as a grenade. But the shitty thing about it is I have a shitty grenade skill. So I can't hit anything. And also shitty, it actually locks you in here. Oh, come on. It's like 32. 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3! Oh, that's crap. $36. Yeah! No. Alright. Anyway. Vending machines. New art. Candy machine, rather. Can't do anything with it, though. Disappointingly. Anyway, once you get this... I had to have somebody tell me this. You're supposed to go over here. I'd have Navarro look it up and tell me. He was really nice about it. It's awesome. Are you being chased by those things because they're slugs? I don't know. It's weird. And then you... Let me try this, though, actually. Come on. Try throwing it at it. I can't throw it at it. I don't know why it doubles as a grenade. I don't know, anyway. But you're supposed to just do this and then this. Oof, an earthquake! This doesn't make any sense, this whole thing. Nothing blew up where you're at. Instead, it blew up on the other map. Not that these guys... We're all gonna die! The noise came from the eastern hallway! They just... Oh, they do tell you where it is. I guess there's some slight changes here to the map, but nothing really significant. Here are the slugs. Yes, I can get out of here. No! They caught me! Shit. Help, guys! No, they're not gonna help me, are they? Ah. You jerks. Alright, let me just try and fight this one guy. Oh, not like that. Oh, what the fuck? There's not even art for it. That's too bad. Hey, wait, is there like text for it? The head, the stalks, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, the groin, question mark, question mark. Okay, there is text for it. It would be nice if there was, Oh man, I suck. I have absolute garbage for skills here. I'm gonna have to reload this pretty soon. Wish there was some art for it, but otherwise. And poisoned as well. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. Actually, I'm just going to reload it. I'm poisoned and I have 1 HP. It's not going to work. Do this again. Maybe this time I'll actually just get away from him. No! He caught me. I'll save it. Or I go through the door. Alright, there we go. No! Okay, now I should be safe. Alright, these guys don't say anything. This guy doesn't say anything. They have stuff I can steal, though. Still 3 rockets off of this guy. And 2 more off of this guy. And I guess a few more off of this guy, probably? No. Ah, he's got some ammo. And the robot has nothing on it. And the last time I did this, there was an extra thing in that locker, but not this time. These guys are all gone. He has nothing on him. Does he talk? He does not talk. There's still nothing else here. I'm just curious. Let me go over here and see if the Pip-Boy says anything new. It does not. Okay. Head back. As far as I can tell, there's nothing here either. Ah, no. I just need to reload it. Screw it. There's nothing here. Some of these guys had stuff on them. But not those guys. The remains of something or other that I cannot steal from or get anything out of. I'm just curious if they changed anything in the crates. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Well, anyway. These guys don't talk either. I think these guys do have stuff on them, though. Not this guy. This guy. That guy is a stim pack. He's got some ammo. Nothing. Couple rockets. Doesn't say anything, doesn't say anything, doesn't say anything. Nothing here, here, or here, or here. This is the only guy who says anything right here, and you gotta tuck to his leg to say to see it. Grab this. I think that'll be about everything. Oh, that's right. This guy's the same way. You gotta talk. You gotta steal from his leg in order to steal from him. He doesn't have anything on him anyway. Okay, this guy also. Last one. Grab that. And the last 3 of these. And we're set. We have a conversation with him. Hey, kid, come over here. I want to talk to you. Die invaders. Okay, wait. What's going on? You mean this little operation? Me and the boys made a hole for you all to run away. You've been practically reborn today. Not for us. You'd stay in this rat hole forever. Who are you? Doesn't matter. If you need something to go by with, think of us as your guardian angels. A whole battalion of angels. That's what this forsaken world needs right now. But we're men of action, not words. Here, take this to defend yourself and head for a big place northeast of here. Tribalists call it the Howling City. You'll be safe there. Stay out of trouble, okay, kid? Thanks for revolver, and I can try it on you. Okay, whatever. He won't talk to you again. Don't bother the general is all he says. He doesn't get anything new on him, but you end up with a pistol, which is cool. But then they yell at you if you take it out in their presence because they're jerks. What the fuck? Can't click on the hole. You can't click on the rope in the hole. You got to click up on the top area here in order to get out. But it's nighttime this time. That's not the way it was last time. Anyway, there is a pretty cool... you've never seen an aircraft before. It scares you, but also makes you wonder how it feels flying like a bird. But you can't do anything with it. You can't even look at the robot's corpse. This is the viewable area. Let's go hit an exit grid. I got a level though. Character. You know what I forgot? I completely forgot to click the optional traits. Okay, real quick. It just changed noise. That was weird. Okay. Real quick, let me show you something. Yes, I want to quit. New game. Create character. No, that's not create. Let's just take a character. And if you hit character screen here, no, really? Really? How did this work? There we go. Normally, okay, I guess when you have a pre-made character, you don't get this option. But normally, you have these optional traits. There's actually a whole bunch of really awesome sounding new optional traits. My favorite that I'm going to try out someday is lecherous. You just can't say no when it comes to any chance of practicing horizontal acrobatics under the sheets. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of new optional traits that are really cool. Lecherous is one of my favorites there. Soothsayer, the truth is all you believe in and stand for. This often puts you in interesting situations, which means, I don't know, I guess different dialogue choices. A lot of there are several. There's that one. There's strong will, my way or the highway. You find it's so easy to disagree with anyone and listen only to yourself. Weak will, you rarely have an opinion of your own and are easily persuaded by others. A lot of dialogue option sounding ones. Big liar. Sometimes others call you a liar and throw things in your direction, but it's just your wild imagination and big mouth. Honest. And then there's this colorblind one. Actually, let me take it like that one real quick. Colorblind. Which changes the color of everything. I don't know if there's a reason for this or not. Like if there's like a game-based reason for this or not. But anyway, that's our colorblind perk. See, everything's changed color now. This seems like a bad handling of it, but it's alright. Let me take a new character and actually look at some more of those real quick. Let's see. What else we got? Detect lie. You could also have you're particularly good at spotting liars. However, some can spot such analytical behavior, and trust you even less if that's possible. Domesticated. You have undergone extensive house training and have developed higher than normal intelligence. However, do less unarmed damage. So there's a bunch of trade-offs here. Well, I really want to try out Lecher someday. Night person as usual. Once in a million. Well, night person is the same as it is in New Vegas. Once in a million, you're particularly lucky or unfortunate. When the lightning strikes, it strikes hard. So I don't know if that means you get like a high luck thing, or if it's more of some sort of a jinxed thing. But I mean, there is a jinxed option still, so I don't know. I don't know what that is. Pacifist, make love, not war. You're never into the violence ways of the wasteland and always try to resolve the conflicts with your disarming words. Phobia, Red Scare, Soothsayer, Strong Will, Tech Wizard. Well, a couple of these are obvious, a couple of these not so much. Anyway. Load back that game. That's a thing. Let me save this one in a separate slot. Quits. There we go. Get off the map. Now let's actually start exploring again. Now, the first time I went through this, I found, like, before it was glitching out on me, I didn't find anything. Swarm of giant wasps? Fuck that. No. Don't need to deal with cazadors. The guy, when he talks to you, tells you there's a town to the northeast, but I haven't been able to find it. Fucking, I don't want to deal with these guys. I don't have the equipment for it. I have a pistol, and it has limited ammo. There's nothing in here. And what is my... Small guns is my tag skill. And I have 16 points. I may as well throw them into it. Save that in our quick save slot. But when I explored quite a bit of it. I couldn't find a single group of nomads. Yay. They don't talk to me. I couldn't find a single town anywhere in the northeast. So, like, here I am just going around looking for it. He said to go northeast. Group of pig rats. No, I don't want to fight anything. Escape predation and fighting robots. No, I don't think I can handle that either. Group of silver geckos, no. I'm glad I tagged the outdoorsman skill. That totally seems to have been worthwhile right now. Now, if I go far enough this direction, it's really easy to find, but it's really far away, which is silly. There is a giant, like, city-type area, but it doesn't... There's nothing there that I can see. And that's perhaps because it's not activated in the mod. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the deal is. Ah, man, it's so far away. It's silly. Nope. I know of no such town to the northeast. Yeah, I know. I think some of these were actually some Wasteland 2 quirks, and maybe some from Fallout Tactics. Yeah, yeah. I know, like the Night Person one I saw in... they could have also come from Wasteland 2 and Fallout Tactics. I know I saw it in New Vegas, though. Because that was the Night Person one was a New Vegas one. Although, was it what was the Fallout 1 one that got switched to Fallout, between Fallout 1 and Fallout 2? Was that Night Person? Although it makes me want to play some more Wasteland 2 as well. Those are the perks. Anyway. Or not perks, but traits. Where is this thing? Was a trait in 1, a perk in 2. Ah, okay. Alright, where am I? That's where that is. I feel like I should have hit it by now. Yeah, you guys can have this fight. I'm gonna go. Night Person trait was replaced with Sex Appeal trait. Okay. Did they bring Night Person back for New Vegas? I don't remember. Yeah. Oh my god, get off me. Thankfully, the encounter rate hasn't been as terrible as Wasteland Wasteland Merc 2 mod, but still. Come on! I thought we were like passing all of these encounters before. What the heck? No. There it is. So there's this big city area. That's not it. Oh, there it goes again. Oh, it started doing it again. Okay, I'm going to reload that in a second. NV offered lots of special stat altering traits, often plus stats sometimes, but minus stats at other times. Ah. And New Vegas had a lot of awesome options that way. It's part of the reason why it was so good. Come on, game. What the flip? What the fuck is this? You encounter Argos? Argos unit. What if I run away? Holy shit! Terminate the intruder. Why is it cutting out the audio? Oh my god, there's so many of these guys. 3, they steered away from special stats altering trees. Yeah, because they were afraid of it. They weren't. Anyway, I guess they thought it wouldn't be possible to balance. Why that needs to matter that much in a single player game? Yeah, I know. That's a good question too. It's a bunch of robots, man. They're all just surrounding me now. It's a line of robots, I know. Run away! I gotta wait for all of them too. This is ridiculous. What the fuck is this anyway? Why would you... Why is this an encounter in this mod? I'll admit this is funny at least. Oh man. Alright, can I get to the exit grid please? Before they kill me. Are they like invisible? Are they in sneak mode? I get this impression like they're supposed to be invisible or something. Because they're see-through. Oh no, I can't even make it to the exit. No! Push me into the exit? Buy 50 Mr. Handies? I don't know. I don't know why this is a thing right now. That's funny. I guess it's kind of cool. I don't know what the heck Argos is, but this is totally unacceptable right here. Okay, so I can repeat this bug then. So let me just load that game back up. Chopper! So yeah, now it's stopped. Okay, so something about going up in that corner but makes the whole thing glitch out. So avoid that corner. But this guy still is... But the guy who freed me, quote unquote, still said go northeast. So I'm gonna try and just go northeast. Here's the square that would be northeast. I'm just gonna go straight in a diagonal line and see what happens. Run away! Yeah, that's pretty much a straight diagonal line. If there's supposed to be something here, it's been blocked off right now. What northeast is wrong though? Yeah, that's a good point. A dark cave. Yes? Oh yeah, it's the spider cave. The spiders are cool looking. A rad spider. No! Whoa! 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 Where am I? What? Where's my character? Oh, okay. I'm just hidden behind something. Okay, that's weird. Let's get out of here. We got a red spider chasing us. Oh, dang it. Alright, anyway. Some Yao Guai? No. No, thank you, no. Wolves fighting cannibals? Nah, I'm good. Some wild dogs? No, let's actually just take a break here. Okay, we're nowhere near the top of the map. This is ridiculously far. I'm just gonna hit the edge here, save it, and start just going a different direction. No. No. I may just go up a couple levels and then max out my whatchamacallit, tribal temple. Oh yeah, this is where you get stuff from Goris if he likes you. Hello, I'm Goris the Scholar. Welcome to my home. I can answer some questions for you if you would tell me about some of your adventures in return. Hey Goris, I'm Gully. Is this your home? Yes, I built it over the years to honor an old friend of mine. Who is this friend? Well, actually, never mind that. Let's just say my friend was a badass who kicked some major ass, and drove around in that car until it broke down. But now I'm getting all sentimental. This looks familiar. Yeah, you'd think. How long you been here? For 10 or so years. I didn't plan on settling here, but our car broke down. My friend went looking for a car part, but never returned. What's a car wreck doing here? That's my friend's highwayman. But as you can see, it's broken now, and my friend went looking for replacement parts many years ago. Can I try repairing it? You seem like someone who would take good care of her. Deep down, I know my friend is not coming back. Many years went by ever since that doomed trip to find the legendary Chrysalis Motors Mega Factory. So I want you to take these tools. I kept safe. If you ever manage to fix the car with them, it's yours. My friend wouldn't want it to rust. Wouldn't want it to rust here anyway. I'm going to tell him no. And I'm going to show you why I can't. Because the tools disappeared off of him. It's buggy. Okay, so I'm just going to reload that. Also, it has interesting music, which is cool. But we're going to restart that again. What year does this game start? Oh, let's take a look. Exit game. New game. Take. Slash. October 23rd, 2253. So, 10 or so years after Fallout 2. More or less. Okay. Ten 23/27/7 was the day the bomb fell. Ah, okay, that's cute. These fucking, what are these again? Giant badgers? Jesus. This must have been what I was fighting in Wasteland 2. Group of silver geckos now. 12 years after Fallout 2 started, okay. And I think they borrow a chunk from Wasteland 2 on here as well. Or Wasteland in general. Which is cool. I mean, I'm down with that. Some sand sharks. I don't want to deal with some sand sharks, but I will save it. And the next time I run into sand sharks, I will show you the sand sharks. They just suck to deal with. Oh, that adjusts volume. Cool. F2 and F3 adjust volume. I didn't know that. Yeah, let's go kill some ants. I think I can get rid of that. Maybe not. No. No. Never mind. No! Head for the exit. Get out of here before they catch me. Mutated mole rats and pig rats. No, no. Come on, guys. There's got to be more to this mod. I'm liking... I like a lot of the dialogue, the writing. It's just that in certain... where they inject most of the writing is... somewhat unnecessarily lengthy. The entire trial system was just straight up unnecessary. At the very least, even if it was necessary, I mean, you can make it necessary and fun at the same time. Oh, wow, and it starts glitching out again. I didn't even, like, what is it, a certain number of squares and you're glitching out? Is that what's going on? Save it right here. What? Some robots? No. The robots are cool. That's a Protectron and a Scurry bot. Let me see if they have unique art here. Oh, yeah, they do. Nice. Too far away. Catch the next one. Ah, nice. Oh, this it looks like it's just a mesh from Fallout 3 or New Vegas or something. Yeah, yep, there it goes. Okay. Let me go the other way then. Oh, there it goes. I think it's a certain number of squares. Once you uncover a certain number of squares, it just starts glitching out. Making this a very disturbing watch, I think. And there is, by all appearances, nothing around me. I'm just going to reload that. At least nothing within reasonable walking distance. This game. Okay, here we go. Here's a couple of sand sharks. Ah, come on. Come on! Let's take a look at them. That's what they look like there. They're kind of cool designs. I wonder where they borrowed them from. Or if it's completely original, actually. Yeah. This glitchy map makes it almost unwatchable. I wish I wouldn't do that. But either way, there's nothing here from what I can tell. If that's all there is to the mod, I just like there's no reason, there's not really a lot of reason to play it yet. That's very, very little. And I suppose I could level my character up a couple times, but what will be the point? Especially if it's going to do this to me the entire rest of the time I play here on the game. Play the game. I'm going to just flicker at me like that. Well, I could say we checked it out. I suppose the other thing I could do is just go in and enable the towns manually. I have this impression that the guy who made the mod wanted to save some of the towns for later releases, because he says in his mod page that he wants to release it in parts. This mod looks well made from what I've seen so far. I mean, part of it is well made. I like the not these guys, but the art for the new characters, the new critters are definitely good. The robots got good art. The slugs have interesting art and kind of cool, but they have they're missing a little bit of art too. And the map looks nice. It's just that there doesn't seem to be anything to do. All right. Let me just head for the edge. Save it in a new slot. And exit the game real quick. Let me try this. So I may not even have to restart a new game. So let's go. Would I have to? I would have to recompile the whole thing, wouldn't I? Well, anyway, let me take a. Let me show you this real quick. So the install here. Okay, first release lacks many planned side quests. Due to a planned release schedule for this update, by the way, it was released on July 24th, so just a couple weeks ago. We wanted to get focused on getting a solid, healthy game base done properly, and then add extra content on top of that in later releases. The only problem is, there's nothing here. There is literally a first level. Ozarhawk, were you able to get past any of that? Any of the first level? Where are the maps? There's a bunch of enabled and disabled maps here. Or there's a bunch of disabled maps, rather. Maps here? No. Data? Elevators, trucks, perks? No. Okay. Proto. Oh, that's right. It's because it's in the DAT file, and then I have to repack the DAT file. No, not the mapper, not the mapper. Oh, wait. The that Explorer. There we go. So here's Fallout 2 yesterday's that file. Maps, no. Data maps.txt. Here we go. So all of the maps are all of the maps except for the very starting map are disabled. Where is it at? Where's the very starting map? This one right here. Map name Desert 1. That's a desert encounter. Hold on. It's city.txt. Sorry. Here. This one. Okay. So Tibbet's Prison, the first one you start off, is start state on. That one's enabled. But everything else, start state is set to start state off. So everything else is disabled. So And I don't know, I'm like, I can turn this to on, but I don't know for sure if I can get it to work like this. Maybe if it's possible if I just copy this. Where is this in, under data? Under the data, game data folder, okay. And like paste it here? Or here? It's under here. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh well. No. That's not what I want. I want to extract this file, selected file to... I gotta put it over there. Okay, hold on. Game Steam. Steam apps. Fallout. Yesterday. Data. I'll just put it there for now. It's easy to find. Okay, I can extract that. Let's go here. Here. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so this is it. Maybe it will replace it. Let's see if it does or not. On. There's a bunch of these though. On. Maybe it'll replace it if I do it this way. And I don't. Maybe I won't have to repack it. That would be nice. On. I don't know. On whatever. Let's save it. Let's start the game again. Quality Apprentice, yeah. I guess, yeah, quality assurance. You haven't played this mod? Oh, okay. This is like alpha game state? Yeah, this does seem like alpha game state. Let me... Does anything show up here? No, not so far. Okay, so I guess that doesn't change anything. I don't want to have to repack it because I don't know what the heck, where the heck I'm supposed to go with it. And this is terrible right here, too. This glitching is just... Seriously, it's awful. Anyway. Like, I really like, look at that. Look at that spider. It looks really good. It's got its own hex and everything. Its own, not hex, what's the word for it? That's a VATS model. It's got its own VATS model and everything. It looks really nice. The animation frames look good. It's just, there are a couple bugs that are causing some real trouble. I can't wait till he comes up with his first patch. Navarro found me an entire what do you call it? An entire forum where he found the guy discussing some of these bugs, and I guess he probably has some fixes for it, but he needs to, like, I haven't seen an official patch for it. It's a very recent release game, so I guess I shouldn't expect anything for a little bit. Very recent release mod, rather. Hopefully, when he does get around to it, he will also include some extra cities. But otherwise, I'd have to repack the whole thing myself to get it to work. Since some bug reports, he's seen this one already. Navarro pointed out where can I find it? Here, I Fallout 2 mod yesterday, and he says this guy had a edit your save game to fix the issue with the disappearing tidbits. Also managed to fix the flickering issue you had that resolved the lagging too. To replace the files on your hard drive with these files in this fix that he provided as a zip. And I looked at it, and actually I have it here still. I looked at it, and what he has here is he replaces the ddraw.ini, but there weren't any settings that he really changed. He just reset everything to a setting that forces mine to crash. And then he changed some save settings here. Possibly it's one of these. Proto, and then he changed a bunch of proto files. Critter and item proto files. I don't know why. But that means that I have to... Oh, I'm sorry. You can't see it. Anyway, here's the guy. Here's the zip file I just opened up. I have to do it again. Here's the zip file I just opened up. And this is the DA.ini file he replaced. And Navarro and I took a look at it, and he only changed like 5 or 6 lines in it from the default, and none of them were particularly useful ones, because the setting he changed it to caused it to crash on my machine, so that doesn't make it useful. He changed some of this guy's save files, but I have no idea. These are like map saves files, so I don't know why he changed all these like this. And then he changed some protos, some item and critter protos. So, which these protos are, I don't know either what they're for. So he's got some information, and there are 8 pages to this forum, which means I got to get in here and read all of this. Stuff coming out daily. Page 8, please. Is this page 8? It's not page 8. It is. Oh, this is the most recent one. He just came up with it fixed. All right. Well, I will not copy over the ddraw.ini file. Instead, I will just copy over the rest of them. Let me try that. Save it. Exit game. Exit again. Okay, so let's grab. What did I close it? No, I didn't. Okay. So let's take slot 1 here. Do I really want to? I don't know. Let me see what I have in my slot 1. Close this. This one. Okay. Just says slot 1. It's a save game file? Really? Slot 1? Proto? What did he do? These are all the same, aren't they? Let's make a backup. That's just a save game, isn't it? It's not a fix. Oh, that didn't fix it at all for me. Did this guy find anything? This guy didn't find anything either. Or at least he didn't find anything on mine. Alright. Home. Exit game. Okay, that's gonna be it. That's pretty much all there is to this mod right now. Let's take that out. There we go. It looks weird now, I know. I know. That was a... Yeah, that's because of the way it was all set up here. Yeah, no, so this guy has some work to do. Shipping all Fallout 2. That's blowing up the file download size for no reason at all. Yeah, this will be sold out for next release. Yeah, this guy's going to be making some changes in his update. And right here from Lex, this guy's a pretty good modder. Just don't put anything into the DAT files anymore. It's just more useless work for everyone involved. Yeah. So yeah, there's going to be some changes. This should be an interesting mod when it finally actually gets somewhere. This was cool. What mod? I don't want to stop the stream. Silly thing. What mod do you guys think I should check out next weekend?